Right, at the risk of having to fetch like some rusty nails or something to poke into my eyes, I am going to persevere and watch the second game here of this series. The first game saw absolute horrors, unspeakable horrors. I'll be honest with you. And I'm just kind of hoping that this, oh God, it's gas first again, isn't it? Like, it's double depot gas first. I mean, where did this idea come from? You know what I mean? Like where? You don't. There is no way that you've possibly like played through the tutorial and thought this is a good idea, or like watched a single video on StarCraft, a single previous cast, or like where do you get this idea that I know what I'll open with? Double gas, double depot. I mean, how's that panning out for us? Like, how well did it go in the last game? What? I suppose, arguably, it did all right. What the hell? It's the Neo Steel upgrade. And ISEC tracking's queued up. Do you even know what these upgrades do? The only time I've ever actually seen Neo Steel upgraded, it's when you're 19, 20 minutes deep, and you've got all of like everything's 3-3, and you're like, I might as well get it. I've got like a huge bank because I'm maxed, and I have been for 10 minutes, and I can't spend the money on anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and get Neo Steel and high sec tracking, because why not? So catfood is going for something akin to what he did last time. He's got turrets everywhere because he lost the carriers last time, and it's not going to work. It's not going to do anything. He's got a planetary with his actual main base. He's turned into a planetary. That's the level of misery. I mean, what does that say about what your expectations from the game? You know what I mean? I'm not going to attack at all. I'm just going to build loads of defenses and sit here and wait. Like, what a misery. You know what I mean? Like, that says a lot about what you expect to get from a game. I'm not going to leave my base. I'm just going to buckle down. I'm going to bite down hard. Right, so there is a Thor out. Nobody has anybody scouted? Catfood certainly hasn't. Nah, neither of these. Look, what the actual hell? Here we are at the 11-minute mark, and neither player has left their own base. At 11 minutes deep, neither of these players has even crossed the halfway line. Neither of these players has been outside of their own base area. That is absolutely what I don't know. It's not SimCity. You know what I mean? That's a totally different game. The goal here is not to build a pretty looking town with little people in it. That's not what we're about. With little roads. Look at the way these are laid out and all. I suspect Catfood thinks he's playing SimCity. He's got confused. He thinks this is SimCity. This isn't even in the right place. That should be over at 1 hex. How are you going to win a game of StarCraft if you never leave your own base? This is like despicable. Well, okay, finally there is a move out. There's some liberators. We'll see whether they actually go into liberation mode. There's some SCVs that haven't a clue what's happening. They're confused. This is going to fly in here. The Protoss army, the Terran army is now split up. So that's pretty awkward. The libs are not going to go into lib mode. They're just going to die for free. The Terran army's still on a move command and is just getting absolutely that pretty much sums it up right there, doesn't it? 43 units killed to 0. To 0. That's how well that went. I think we're about to see how well all these defensive... Look, the Thor wasn't even in the battle. How well these defensive structures work. They're going to be pretty good at defending this ramp. They've not done much about the natural expand though. And are they even going to be good at defending this ramp? Turns out, no. Not 14 minutes deep, they're not. Oh, but the planetary, that's going to make the difference against carriers. Yeah, what are we researching here? We're researching Yamato cannon, even though we don't have any battle cruisers or any way to build them. Not to worry. Yeah, like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you get 12 minutes deep in a game and you haven't even checked to see if your opponent's even in the game? I haven't even looked.